Across the United States, a quiet crisis is spreading, one receipt, one bill, one rent payment at a time. In 2025, millions of households are discovering that even with full-time jobs, they can't keep up. Groceries cost more. Rents are climbing. Utility bills are hitting record highs. This isn't just inflation anymore. This is a full-scale cost of living crisis. And behind the national averages lie 10 states where the pressure is reaching a breaking point. States where economic strength hides deep financial strain, and where the promise of the American dream is slipping further away. California, where prosperity meets pressure. California has always been a symbol of opportunity, but also of extreme inequality. Today, it's the most expensive state on the mainland, with a cost of living index above 142, nearly 40% higher than the national average. In major metro areas like San Francisco and Los Angeles, median home prices hover near $900,000, and average rent exceeds $2,700 a month. Even six-figure salaries no longer guarantee comfort. Teachers, nurses, and service workers, once middle class, are now sharing homes, moving inland, or leaving the state altogether. As one report put it, California's economy looks strong from afar until you try to live in it. 2. New York, a city of dreams, a state of strain. New York's glittering skyline hides a harsher reality. The state's cost of living index sits near 148, among the highest in the country. Housing and taxes dominate expenses, while basic goods, from food to fuel, remain steeply priced. Outside the city, upstate communities face a different crisis: slow wage growth and rising property tax. In both urban and rural areas, the cost of staying afloat is eroding what once defined the middle class. As one local economist said, New York is becoming a place where you can make it big, or not make it at all. Hawaii. Paradise comes at a price. Hawaii's beauty hides one of the most severe affordability problems in America. With a cost of living index approaching 193, it's almost double the national average. Nearly everything, food, gas, construction materials, must be imported, driving prices sky high. The average single-family home now costs over $1 million, and groceries are 60–70% higher than the U.S. average. Many workers hold 2 or even 3 jobs just to survive. It's a state where paradise is real, but affordable life is not. Massachusetts, the high-cost heart of New England. Massachusetts is both prosperous and punishing. With a cost of living index around 150, it stands among America's most expensive states. Boston's tech and education sectors fuel a strong economy, but they also inflate housing and everyday prices. For young professionals, a downtown apartment is a dream. For families, home ownership is slipping away. As wages rise in name only, household budgets tighten. The strength of Massachusetts' economy masks an uncomfortable truth: success is increasingly out of reach for the people who built it. Maryland, the price of proximity. Maryland's cost problem is driven by its geography. Close to Washington, D.C., and home to many federal workers, the state's cost of living index sits around 124. The combination of high taxes, expensive real estate, and growing childcare costs puts families under immense pressure. Even well-paid professionals describe living month to month. When proximity to opportunity becomes a financial burden, it's a sign of an economy running too hot at the top and too cold at the bottom. Oregon. The cost of lifestyle. Oregon's culture of sustainability and progress has made it a destination for many, but at a price. Its cost of living index sits around 121, with housing as the biggest driver. Cities like Portland once symbolized affordable urban life. Today, they mirror the expense of major metros. Rising rents, growing homelessness, and inflation in essentials have changed the landscape. Even those earning solid incomes report financial fatigue, a quiet exhaustion that spreads across Middle America. Washington State, the tech boom's hidden toll. Fueled by Seattle's booming tech industry, Washington has enjoyed years of growth. But growth has a cost. Its regional price parity now exceeds 112, and housing costs have surged faster than anywhere in the Pacific Northwest. For workers outside the high-tech sector, wages haven't kept up. A barista, a delivery driver, or a nurse may live an hour or more outside the city just to afford rent. It's a divide that mirrors a larger national problem: prosperity built on uneven ground. Connecticut, the quiet squeeze. Connecticut's charm and strong public sector come at a high price. Its cost of living index sits near 117, and property taxes remain among the highest in the nation. Commuters to New York City face rising tolls, energy costs, and stagnant wages, a combination that erodes disposable income. For decades, Connecticut symbolized stability. But in 2025, many residents describe it differently. Stable, yes, but only for those who can afford it. New Jersey, high costs, heavy burden. New Jersey's proximity to New York and Philadelphia keeps housing and taxes high. The state's cost of living index sits above 118, but some coastal counties are far higher. From car insurance to groceries, residents pay among the steepest prices in the nation. Even with one of America's highest median incomes, household savings are shrinking. A recent state survey found over 60% of New Jersey residents living paycheck to paycheck. The Garden State, long considered suburban comfort, is turning into an economic pressure cooker. Alaska, the isolated struggle. Far from the mainland, Alaska faces unique challenges. Transport and logistics make everything more expensive, from groceries to construction. Its cost of living index exceeds 126, and with an economy tied to volatile oil prices, incomes fluctuate dramatically. When fuel costs rise or supply chains break, Alaskans feel it instantly. The state's rugged independence remains, but economic resilience is fading. For many, survival now depends on adaptability rather than stability. These 10 states tell a larger story, one of uneven prosperity and rising strain. The U.S. economy may still report growth on paper, but beneath the data, households are stretched to their limit. Wages aren't keeping pace with inflation. Interest rates remain high. Debt levels are climbing. For millions, this means less savings, more stress, and fewer options. And as the economy shows signs of slowing, the risk is that today's cost of living problem becomes tomorrow's full-blown economic crisis. According to the latest U.S. Census data, median monthly owner costs climbed above $2,000 in 2024, the highest on record. Energy prices remain unpredictable, food costs remain stubbornly high, and rent continues to consume record shares of income. In every state, rich or poor, the story repeats. The math of survival no longer adds up. The United States has long measured success and growth. More jobs, more consumption, more output. But what happens when growth no longer translates into security? When families earning more than ever still can't afford to live where they work? These 10 states are not outliers, they're early warning. Signals of a nation whose prosperity has outpaced its people's ability to afford it. And as the economy slows, the question becomes unavoidable. How much longer can Americans keep working harder for less? Because when the cost of living itself becomes unsustainable, decline doesn't begin with a crash. It begins quietly, inside every home that can no longer make ends meet.